Hello and welcome. We are broadcasting live from the GlobalNutriPreneurs, the premier global gateway and unified operating systems transforming the future of the global agri-food economy. Today, the global food system stands at a critical crossroads. While the demand for functional health, wellness, and nutritional security is expanding exponentially, early-stage innovators face massive roadblocks. Fragmented supply chains, opaque cross-border regulations, and staggering volume of unvetted noise that isolates brilliant founders from institutional capital. The cost of this friction isn't just measured in lost revenue. It is measured in the unacceptably high rate of global food waste and systematic nutritional insecurity. Promoted by the Global Council for Agri-Food Trade and Innovation and the Global Council for the Promotion of International Trade, Global Nutripreneurs was engineered to dismantle these barriers. We are moving decisively past passive business directories. Powered by a robust digital operating system featuring AI-driven founder mentor matching, automated regulatory compliance hubs, and an integrated virtual deal room, we are systematically transforming high-potential ventures into scalable investment-grade nutri-business. Our ecosystem operates across 6 integrated strategic pillars, uniting a dedicated global R&D network, shared physical infrastructure via decentralized common facility centers, and an ESG-compliant trade and investment marketplace. Right now, our team is executing a massive global pipeline evaluation, reviewing over 10,000 agriculture, food, and nutrition businesses across more than 150 countries. Our mission is clear to uncover the elite innovators shaping the next era of wellness, unlock friction free global market access, and actively drive a 40% reduction in global post harvest food losses. Today, as part of our Women in Food, Agriculture, and Nutrition Forum series, we are mapping out the blueprints for the agriculture revolution. Joining us is a leader whose work sits at the very frontier of his transition. Please welcome to the global stage our visionary speaker for today, Soji Amusan. Soji Amusan is a seasoned distribution strategist and the leader of a prominent Nigeria-based licensed import and export distribution brand built on credibility, supply chain excellence, and international manufacturing partnerships since 2006. Specializing in multi-user FMCG environments and innovative marketing strategies, Amusan has engineered a robust trade network that delivers high-quality lifestyle products across leading cities, metropolitan markets, and rural regions in sub-Saharan Africa. Positioned at the frontier of cross-border market entry, his organization actively leverages strategic distribution advantages to bridge international manufacturers with local consumer bases, driving the widespread accessibility of goods while scaling the consumer bases enterprise towards becoming Africa's foremost lifestyle brand for balanced living. Soji, thank you for joining us today to help shape the future of global nutripreneurs. I now request you to kindly proceed with your presentation. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Priska. And it's a great pleasure being here. And this is a very high time that this need to be discussed. Architecting sustainable development globally, it requires global trade flow, capital investment, agile sustainability across board. You know, Thank God for the implementation of AI in the modern world today. Being a major distributor for fast-moving consumer goods in Nigeria globally, it has exposed me to global market in the sense that connecting with people of like mind is major key sector. Having the understanding of what each person stand for. Now, I am based in Nigeria. I am able to cooperate and connect with other businesses owners globally through internet, through AI. In fact, AI can even help me to discover my focus in terms of who are those that have the major product that can be more beneficial to my people in Africa, not only in Nigeria. So global trade flow is optimizing a trade route, lowering the bilateral frictions and leveraging regional economic policies to integrate domestic industrial into global page. When we say global trade flow, opening channels from the level of trust. You understand? If I approach you as a producer of fast moving consumer goods, for example, in India, the first thing I will check on is how viable is your product. Now, if you send the sample of your product to me, I checkmate it, go through my process of NAFDAC and all other things. Then the next thing I will tell you, okay, let's discuss on how we can have this product. Is either being produced in Nigeria or you produce it there, you send it to me, I distribute for you. Then the transaction will start. You understand? And another level is capital investment. How do we have understanding between myself based in Nigeria and you based in India or any other part of the country of the world? Then, how do we share our investment? Do you have the capital involved? Facilitating partnership between intentional ventures. Source the fund, innovative ideas. How do we leverage on price, the exchange rate? How do we have the understanding? So we need to have capital investment. Then we need to develop a sustainability plan. Okay, you have the understanding. I check your production line. What can you produce per month? Okay, what is the consumption level of my people back in Africa? We match these two together to have the understanding. If you give me a price now that is not sustainable for my pricing in the general market in Nigeria, I will have to come back to you and say, no, the price you're giving to me is not going to work. Can we do this? Can we negotiate down and have the understanding? Because your products have to go through necessary body channels that will confirm your product that is real and is ready for consumption. It's not harmful. You understand? So when I confirm that, I can boldly go to the market and tell my people that this product is confirmed by my government. You can now send your product. You can now, export it to my country, and I begin to distribute for you. So we have to talk about sustainability. We have to talk about durability of your product. We have to talk about the content of your product. What is the beneficial like in terms of health? Is it beneficial to me health wise? Is it going to increase my standard of living? Even me that is coming to negotiate business with you, what is it coming to build for me? Globally, is it going to enhance my profile as a business owner in Africa? Do you understand? So we have to do this in making sure that, okay, we want to empower our fictions together. And what is the major fiction? Sustainability, economy, that we can sustain our global economy together. It does not mean maybe I am in Nigeria or I am black or you are white, that should stop us from, coming together to do business together. You understand? Like, for example, Nigeria now we know that in Nigeria we have the challenges of power, and when you talk of power in terms of productivity, power is number one in the country. So if our power is not stable, that does not stop me not to do business. I can go to countries that have reliable power source and say, okay, let me collaborate with you. You can produce without power interruption, then go ahead and produce this product for me. After production, you send it to me, I make my shade, I return your money back to you. So the two of us are marginalizing our plan to make sure that there is a growth that will empower our global fictions together. Oh, you are producing in India, I'm selling in Nigeria. The bottom line is that we are making good profit together and we are empowering our environment together. So, in terms of food, in terms of agriculture, in terms of nutrition, everything boils down to our health as human beings. Like literally, we say in Nigeria, health is wealth, and I know that is a global saying. Your health is your wealth. So, if you are selling something, you are distributing, you are offering services that is not going to enhance my health. I will ask you, why should I venture into that? So we have to monitor what we consume, what we buy, what we sell in the market. You understand? And if you have a good product, you don't need to spend more on marketing your product. You understand? So when we market your product is by mouth. People that consume your product, they will say the testimony to other people. Oh, that product is good for me. I've been using it for some week now. You too can go for it. So this will reduce the expense of you spending money to go on social media or public TV to and promote your products. People will take your product from one hand to another. So we need to sustain ourselves and bring the product together to empower the global fiction of a global market space. Do you understand? So that is just the level of understanding in terms of empowering the global fiction, in terms of empowering a sustainable economy that will forecast the global fiction of attaining a nutrition that is healthy for both the unborn children and the children, even the women and the men globally. So this is a good innovation to me, and I will be very much available for any manufacturing company outside there globally, ready to explore the African market through my office in Nigeria to make sure that we have a very nutrition that is sustainable globally. Thank you.
Thank you, Soji, for sharing your valuable insights with us. There was an engaging and thought-provoking presentation. I'd now like to ask you a few questions that dive a little deeper into your experience and perspective. So, the first question I would like to ask you is, with non-tariff barriers costing developing economic billions, how can global entrepreneurs leverage your 20-year import-export expertise to optimize our primary trade corridors to cut regulatory setup times down to 90 days?
Okay, based on my experience in terms of import and exportations of fast-moving consumer goods, for global nutripreneur, I think we can explore this opportunity by having one understanding of the services that we render, the service that we render and the product that you produce. The first thing is that you come to me as a Nigerian or as an African. The first question as a manufacturer that you're supposed to ask me is that what type of goods or product your people would like to consume, and through this global nutripreneur, we can always have that networking of understanding that, okay, let's network with ourselves. Instead of me to give my money to a researcher that will give me a fake research about what I want to offer. So if this globalpreneur can bring together a networking group or platform where we can meet together and exchange of our idea that, okay, this is what you have, this is what is available, this is what I need in my country, this is what you need in your country. That place can create a platform where businesses can have a better understanding.
Thank you for sharing that perspective. That's a very valuable insight. So, building on that, I'd like to move to my next question. A key bottle for functional nutrition is last mile logistics. How can we structurally plug our decentralized common facility centers into your established distribution network to ensure high quality, nutritious FMCG products reach rural African markets efficiently?
Okay, okay. Now, just like I mentioned before, this is just like a A and B questions that are very interwoven. You know, for us to determine a nutritional product is being shared globally. We have a body that checkmates products before import or export in Nigeria, which is called NAFDAC. That is National Nigeria National Food Product organization that checkmate our products to confirm. They will do the test, they will do the analysis. What is the type of product you are producing? Which material, which raw material are you using? Is it consumable is it okay for human consumption? Then leveraging all these globally, NAFDAC have their office globally, for example, in Nigeria. They go through tests and the laboratory will come back to you and say, okay, the analysis you have given to us is okay. We are certifying it by what you have. Then I can get back to you and say, okay, be my producer, you can go ahead. But if the test did not come the way it's supposed to come, I can come back to you and say, oh, you need to go back to your lab and make this production more viable. So, in communicating our values, we can leverage on this and make sure that we have a good, nutritious values to distribute globally.
That's a very interesting way to look at it. Moving on to our next question. Given
Yeah.
your extensive experience in building supply chain integrity across Nigeria, what strategies should early stage agri-food founders adopt to establish direct to market links that protect their profit margins from predatory distribution channels?
Okay. Now, I love that question because, it's not enough for you to have an idea and go into business. You know, it's the first thing for every entrepreneur supposed to do, especially the startup. You need to get to know about what you want to do, and how do you get to know about what the business you want to venture into? Number one is either you go to school and to be trained about the services you want to render, or you approach an experienced company or contact person that has been in that business before. You make your inquiry, find out what has been the obstacles, how did they survive? For me now, I've been in this business of distribution of fast-moving consumer goods for over 10 years now. And I can, if you present any product to me, I will tell you if that product will do well in the market or not. Or if you seek an advice from me, I will tell you this is the way to go about your product to make sure your product is profitable in the market. So you have to learn, you have to be trained, then you have to submit yourself for mentorship. As a startup, you have to submit yourself for mentorship, to be trained, to be guided, and making sure that, okay, you are starting at a very low level. It doesn't mean that you are not going to grow. Don't belittle your startup. No matter how little you can start, just go ahead and start in a little way. But make sure you are going to follow the due process that will sustain your business globally. Thank you.
Thank you for highlighting that. That leads us nicely to the next topic. As global nutripreneurs works to transition climate resilient indigenous crops like millets from premium niches into high volume lifestyle staples, how can innovative affiliate marketing models drive mass consumer adoption across diverse African demographics?
I think I mixed your last question there. Can you repeat the question for me, please?
Yes. So as global nutripreneurs works to transition climate resilient indigenous crops, uh, just give me a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, as global nutripreneurs works to transition climate resilient indigenous crops like millets from premium niches into high volume lifestyle staples, how can innovative affiliate marketing models drive mass consumer adoption across diverse African demographics?
Oh, excellent. Now, thank you for that question. These are major ingredients in terms of producing good food globally. But the challenges that especially from Africa, there's this no, let me say, a low level orientations about millet and some other farm produce that are healthy for our consumption globally. The first thing to do for any innovators to leverage on is by orientating the people. Your last consumers that determines your market globally. You have to orientate them. It is not enough for you to just being a farmer or being an innovator without letting people know the nitty-gritty of what you are producing. You have to orientate the people, tell them the health benefit, how they can consume it. In fact, how they can even make money out of the business, because that is what everybody wants to leverage on. This what I'm doing. Can it sustain me? Can it sustain my family? Can I have a living from it? So, as an innovator of that idea, you have to come up with an idea that will orientate the people, your focus, and tell them if you are doing this, this is what you are going to achieve. This is the benefit of this product. This is how you can make money from this product. Before you know it, you are going to get things right accordingly. Thank you.
Those are some excellent points. Let's explore another important aspect. So, from your seat interfacing with the global manufacturers, what core operational and quality benchmarks must grassroots African agri-food cooperatives hit to secure long-term, high-value B2B procurement contracts with global brands?
Okay. Being a local manufacturer, we have to look at the modern technology that is, applicable in the global market. It is very, very a good thing for a manufacturer, a producer, to learn more about the new technology that is available that will make their businesses very easy to do. And globally, local content can always contribute his or her own quota in making sure that when they learn about this modern technology, they need to train their staffs, on how to use those modern technology, to produce more and to gain more. Because, technology is very vast now where you are using, for example, you have a 20 kg of your raw materials. Maybe formally, you are producing from that 20 kg a one-ton production finished goods. Or if you bring in your new technology, it can multiply that produce for you into more better, achievable, profit-oriented. So we can leverage on modern technology and we can also leverage on business networking. When we network with ourselves, what I know, we can come to table and mark those things together to expand and to build more capacity for ourselves. So that way we can leverage on that. Thank you.
I think that gives our audience a lot to reflect on. And adding on to that, I would like to ask you one last question before we conclude. How would you help or
Okay.
contribute to this particular Global Nutripreneur initiative?
Okay, thank you so much. I would love to contribute in the first place because for me, I have passion to empower the youth. I would like to contribute my quota as a mentor for as many young ones out there, startup that are ready to start their business. I want to assure them that I'm ready to mentor them. That's number one. And I'm ready to, open for networking and for more training. Nobody is an island. I need to be trained more. Who are those that have more experience than me? I want this global page to give me more training and to network with other people. I am ready also to navigate for as many manufacturers globally there that have the focus to enter into Nigerian market. I am ready to navigate them and direct them to rightful path where they can sustain their businesses and also maintain a good business transactions with Africans and other people globally. Thank you.
What an incredible masterclass of a conversation. Thank you for sharing your blueprints with us today. Your profound insights reinforce exactly why entrepreneurs exist to bridge the critical gap between commercial profitability and sustainable social impact. To everyone tuning in across a global network, whether you are an innovator, an investor, or a policymaker, the path to plugging into this unified agri-food operating system is clear. For agri-food entrepreneurs and founders, stop struggling in isolation. Fast track your venture through our customized scaling pathways, leverage our AI-driven mentor matching, and utilize our automated regulatory compliance hubs to make your business cross-border ready. For accredited investors, eliminate the noise of unvetted pipelines. Access our pre-evaluated investment-grade nutri-businesses directly through our integrated virtual deal room and secure your stake in the next era of health and wellness. For industrial and academic partners, collaborate with us. Let's unlock deep tech innovation through our Global Agri-Food Nutrition Research and Development Forum and actively build a more equitable ecosystem by championing leadership at our Women in Food, Agriculture and Nutrition Forum. Together, we can maximize our global networks and deploy decentralized common facility centers to actively drive that 40% reduction in global post-harvest food losses. The future of the global agri-food economy is no longer about survival. It is about sustainable nutrition, scientific excellence, and friction-free global trade. Visit globalnutripreneurs.com to secure your application, verify your venture, and claim your place in the future of food innovation. Thank you for joining us on Global Nutripreneurs. Until next time, keep innovating, keep scaling, and build with impact. Thank you so much for joining us today, Soji. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you. I really
Thank,
appreciate the opportunity to share my coast. Enjoy the
thank
rest
you.
of your day. Yeah.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good day too.